Alright, Supians guys, time for another video. I'm going to do another chapter in this book here. Looking through the pages after I finished one chapter. This one called The Putdown. And there's a lot of other things I could talk about as the putdown in places, but see what this author is talking about here. Here he puts two people in a bar as an example, but we'll go ahead and read it. But there's all kind of other put-downs that you can talk to. I can make videos separately about put-downs, different kind of put-downs. But yeah, okay, the put-down. In a prior time when men were allowed the freedom of attending bars, restaurants, and other public places alone, while women had to be accompanied by a man, it was presumed that men, by having this right, owned the establishment as well. It was presumed that they had proprietary rights. Well, also, even now, nothing wrong with, like, a woman being alone in the bar. You know, even whether you're, say, if you're not with your husband or partner and you stop somewhere to have a drink or something to eat, you right now, you could still get unwelcome advancements and all that. Say, even if you were with some friends that were other women, you know, better than being by yourself. But, you know, yeah, there's stuff goes on there too. Get on things that are unasked for, unwelcome. But anyway, yeah, I'm leading to the author. I read this already before. The author was talking about how to deal with a particular thing like that. If you happen to have been a woman, listen to this. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, while I'm jibber-jabbering, I almost lost my place here. All right. Yeah, it was presumed that while women had to be accompanied by a man, it was presumed that men having this right owned the establishment as well. It was presumed that they had proprietary rights. However, all that has changed. Today, women can go almost any establishment they please. As a matter of fact, the law has struck down the last few men-only clubs run privately. Now women act as equals, their pay and their admission fee, but buy their own drinks, food, and whatever and service they want. Oh, but yet in a separate note, in professional tennis and soccer and all that, the men, you know, and the teams are getting way more pay, and the women are getting less. They're making a lot of money, but still way less. That's still going on. I've seen. And it's still been a big fight about it, even though it's been exposed all over TV. They're still getting away with it. I mean, they're both playing the same sports. Soccer, kicking the same ball around. Tennis, they're hitting the same ball back and forth. And they have a fan base, a big fan base, but yet the women still get paid less. I mean, I've seen it on the TV news. But anyway, while they may attend the establishment for the pleasure of it, it is understood and permissible, yet they would be attending to meet attractive males. Conversely, with these changes, men must now deal with women as equals, even if they take the initiative. He cannot make presumptions as even to her purpose for being there. Consequently, he has immediately a disadvantage. Oh, I don't know, like, yeah, my girlfriend's daughter, I kind of tell her a little bit different people. Or if you're a woman watching this, maybe a couple of my fitness friends, not like you can't go somewhere and have, I really don't drink at all, really, but a beer with a burger somewhere in a restaurant ain't bad. But say even now, it creates, I'm not saying that they're not no right to do it, but people come crawling up, you know, you're just sitting somewhere by yourself, you know, you may be married or may, and these men will walk right up, you know, whether you want that or not, you have the right to go, you know, but at the same time, you know, what something looks like, you know, come up to you like you're stupid, even though it ain't your fault. But that ain't cool, of course, but it's kind of invites it. So if he or she is interested in a particular woman, he must genuinely try to win her by his charm. I don't really condone hitting on anybody anywhere. Say if I was somewhere, I don't care if it's something that doesn't serve alcohol, and even if I was single, I just don't like to do it and feel comfortable. Walking up to a total stranger, I don't care what it is. I never was like that. Me and my girlfriend met in the library, believe it or not, got in conversation. Living in the same town, and we were together ever since. She has a small YouTube channel that's like collected cyber dust. She did a little bit of reading, on a YouTube, and she lost interest. To take a few YouTube videos with the cat on her lap once in a while. But anyway, I'm just saying. So I lost my place again. Okay. So if he is interested in a particular woman, it must be generous, try to win her charm, personality, or looks on a one-on-one basis. But then again, this statement means that if you're some guy going to the bar, well, if it's a designated bar for singles or something designated for that kind of thing, or if you're gay, if you're a woman or a man and you're gay and the bar happens to be for that purpose, the rules are kind of different if it's, designated enough. But just because someplace serves beer and food, it doesn't mean that you go hitting on people either, unwelcome. Well, anyway, okay, so they continue to operate in the old way. They take the offensive if the flattery doesn't work, they go to the put down. So in other words, this author's talking about, well, if you're rejected, a lot of times the guy gets all pissed off and he starts, taking passive-aggressive shots at her, which I don't know if any of, that goes on all the time. You even see that portrayed on television. Yeah. Okay, so the author puts like a fictitious, yet like something you see on TV as an example. Guy named Jim and a guy named Laura, the little script. Okay. Jim. Hi, I'm Jill Smith. I've been... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah. Why am I getting the name Jim? Jim talking. Hi, I am Jim Smith. I've been watching you since you came in. I couldn't keep my eyes off of you. You're stunning and beautiful. Laura. I'm Laura Strong. How you doing? Jim, you look pretty enough to be a movie star. Are you here alone? And there's also other things I laugh at too that I've seen on TV, Laura, no, I'm with a girlfriend of mine. She's dancing with that fellow there. Jim, with a cursory glance in that direction, this place bores me. What do you say we go to the village? I know a terrific place there. Laura, no thanks. I've been out most of the evening and I'm tired. Besides, this is the first time I've been here and I'd like to see what it's like. Jim, come on, I'll pay for the taxi. I've got plenty of bread. Believe me, I've got some real goodies down there. Make you feel wonderful. Make your tiredness fly away. Laura says, no thanks. I don't go for that. Jim, look, I'm bored with this place and I'm getting bored with this conversation. Do you want to come or not? Laura, thanks, but I think I'll stay. Jim, did anyone ever tell you you're kind of boring? Laura, no. Have you ever thought that you might be boring and that you're boring yourself? Way to go, Laura. And I'm not being sarcastic either. Well, this might remind you or me of some situations, whether we've seen it on TV or in real life. Laura, and I agree with the author here wholeheartedly. Laura is a self-assured woman who has a good sense of value and much self-esteem, which I absolutely agree. Yeah, because there was a lot of, I even seen a TV preacher, even though I can't stand a lot of TV preachers, I was looking at channels, I saw one talking about the idea of that a TV preacher did actually, matter of fact, it was that, what the hell is his name? I got his picture. or in my head. He has very big ego and suit, but he admitted, confessed to his old sin that he did. He used to, in his younger days, he used to look for women with lower self-esteem and peg them out so he could try to get himself something. Oh, but he's a television preacher in a suit now. He don't do that anymore. But damn, the hell up the name. I got the face in there, but his name. Anyway. She has also earned the right to be independent and will not enter into a relationship unless there is mutual interest and respect. A number of women who are less confident and might have been seduced with flattery and then this didn't work. They would have been able to, they would not have been able to withstand the assault of criticism. The put down. Two, the factors could enter this situation which would affect other women adversely. If she is lonely, if she is living up to the image of being hip, and how strong is her sense of values, almost any vulnerability might make her a victim. Laura, however, remained in control and created a standoff. And that's the end of the chapter. And if you made it this far, I'm going to share something with you I saw in the movie. It was kind of funny. If you were watching this video and got this far with the little script, Laura versus Jim here, and with my kind of warped sense of humor, I remember a similar dialogue in the Sylvester Stallone movie Cobra. And I admit, with a warped brain, I kind of liked this, you know what I mean? So anyway, in the movie Cobra, Sylvester Stallone was end up protecting this woman under protective custody because the serial killers were after her. But before all the plot happened that Sylvester Stallone ended up protecting her, she got away from this bunch of serial killers, all right? But during that, when the serial killers were stalking her and a photographer, okay, you know, they're in the movie Cobra, they were playing the song Angel of the City, and Sylvester Stallone and his partner were walking around the city, and she was a model taking pictures. And anyway, the guy that gets killed, and yes, I thought it was funny that this guy got killed because this guy was scum, okay? So while they're playing in the song Angel of the City, all the dramatic, and she's taking pictures, and he's with his eyes all open, oh my God, oh yes, taking these pictures like he's all really thirsty and all that. So right after the song and the soundtrack and all that drama going on, the pictures, they're coming from an elevator in a parking garage, right? And the guy is going to her. Bridget Nelson was the star, and so he was saying, the character, of course, the character that gets killed by a serial killer, I wouldn't wish death on him in his real life because, of course, he's just an actor. He's probably not like us in real life, but he was going to Bridget Nelson saying, you know, I think I can, you should be doing bigger layouts with more money, and I think I can help. And he says to her that he'd be sick not to want to sleep with her, but don't do it for me, do it for your career. And she's all cynical and saying, you know, I don't want to play these games. And he's going, what games? And so where you want to eat? He's still being pushy with her. And meanwhile, with all that going on, the serial killers are stalking. They come after both him and her because they're serial killers and they've been killing a whole bunch of people and all. You don't see it in the background. She's running away screaming. The security guard, oh, they're trying to kill me. And you hear the guy that was hitting on her, pushing her to sleep with him and all that. He's yelling, like, you know, you can tell all the noises that he's being killed, probably being hacked up with axes because the serial killers had axes and pantyhose on their heads. And then, you know, the van, you know, the serial killers runs the security guard over in the elevator. She gets away. She's all hiding and crying, and the guy's all with the knife with the spikes gets all pissed off. Oh my God, damn it! I mean, or God damn it, she got away. So later in the plot, the whole rest of the movie, Sylvester Stallone is protecting her. You know what I mean? But oh, by the way, you know, I actually used to be a knife collector, and I actually owned one of those knives. You know, I mean, there was a place like, you know, years ago, a big flea market. I actually bought one and owned one. And I like medieval mysticism. You know, I used to have swords on my wall in my old home, but I don't advocate being no serial killer or anything, but anyway, yeah, I kind of, well, since I figure if you got this far in this video, you know, there was a guy that was a real dick. And in the movie, yes, I think he deserved to be killed by the serial killers at the time, you know. Of course, I don't advocate that in real life. It's just a movie. The guy that played, the guy that was treating Bridget Nelson like a jerk. Of course, like I said, he's not really, probably not really like that, of course, you know. But then, you know, there's that Weinstein, you know, involved with all the stars like that, was like that, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, that, I figured I'd share that with you. It was kind of funny. But